Today we're going to take care of a pretty simple job doing out an 87 Camaro. I'm going to replace the heater control valve. This car originally had air conditioning, which I've removed all that. And I replaced air conditioning with, standard fan. So now it's just hot versus cool. Not air conditioned. But regardless, I kept my heater control valve. This part is known for failing. It's kind of a piece of junk. It's plastic. It breaks. Mine is starting to leak right around at the bottom of it. No major cracks. It still seems to be cutting on and off whenever I change it, but it's just leaking a little bit. Like I said, it's a pretty simple job. It's just 3 hoses, 1 vacuum line. They're connected with hose clamps. The ones that are on mine, a couple different size sockets could be used for it. I'm just going to use my flathead screwdriver. They all take the flathead screwdriver. It's pretty simple. You just unscrew them. This is the part that I use. It's the GM Genuine. This is the part number. AC Delco part number as well, if that's what you're going to use. But yeah, like I said, pretty simple. So let's go ahead and get started. It's a pretty basic job, pretty simple. You got 2 hoses right here. The bottom one goes into the heater core. The top one goes down into here, comes from the radiator. There it is. And this one goes into the throttle body. So we're going to disconnect the 3 that are coming off of the control valve. And then lastly, this vacuum line right here that goes back and into the car, which is controlled off of the inside of the car. So what I'm going to do, what I've found is pretty easy. I get a funnel, I put a hose on it, I feed it down into an oil pan. I'm going to set this here like that. And then I'll start with the top one. I'll drain that. I'll just drain it into the funnel. And it'll go right into the oil pan. Now you may have different hose clamps than what I have. This one right here, you can either use a socket or a screwdriver. I'm just going to use a screwdriver. I find it to be just as easy as anything. So go ahead and just loosen it to the point where it's loosened beyond the dimple of the control valve, so you can pull the hose off. If this is old, if it's been on there a while, you may run into some issues getting your hose off. If that's the case, you probably just have to take a screwdriver, do a lot of prying. You may end up breaking. You may end up breaking either this or that, which at that point it would be tough to get it out of the line. But this line is the most difficult since it goes back into the heater core, but it's not impossible. So if you get frustrated enough, just break it off, put the new one in, and if you can't get it out of the hose, just replace the hose. But mine, I actually did some work on this not too long ago, so I'll be able to just get these right off. So once it's loosened, may need to break the, like that. Take it off. Uh-oh. Hang on 1 sec. There we go, I got it. Uh-oh. No, I didn't catch all of it. Made a mess that now I gotta clean up, so that'll be fun. But you get the gist. That's what I get for trying to do it with 1 hand. Now I know for next time, use 2 hands. Anyways, I'll get the bottom ones out and show you how to get them back in. Alright, I got all 3 lines off. I was more successful at not leaking everything everywhere else on my next attempts. So, and all this is just vacuum line, so it pulls right off. Let's see here. There we go. Oops. Alright, now we can replace this part. So here's the old one. As you can see, the leak was coming out of the bottom here. Some of these just break. Mine had a slow leak coming out of the bottom. It's another reason why I always buy AC Delco, because I don't know, maybe other brands are better, but quality just, it's just kind of a cruddy part. But Okay, let's see. So, remember the top one goes on the top, bottom one goes on the bottom. Okay, there we go. One off the throttle body goes on the one that's alone. Okay, all three are on. Put the vacuum line back on. Put your hose clamps back on. With the hose clamps, always make sure you put the hose clamp back into a position where it's going to be pretty easy for you to screw it back on. Okay, I'll go ahead and tighten those down, and really that's all to it. Go ahead and replace any lost coolant. I mean, I've only lost, as you can see, I mean, very little. So just replace any lost coolant. You can just fill it right into the reservoir. It'll take what you need. Just keep an eye on it and monitor the part for any failures on a new one, but you shouldn't have any issues from here. Hope you found the video helpful. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe for more videos.